UFC Sports, presented on Oceanic Time Warner Cable, is sponsored by Bank of Hawaii.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's take a look at the McDonald's match stats.
Oh, what jumps out right away is the kill percentage. Hawaii hitting 328. They're hitting 302, I believe, for the league. So they're hitting above their normal average. Meantime, Nevada again struggling with their offense. Remember, they lost 2/3 of their offense to graduation last year, so they're still rebuilding now. And Hawaii really, I love what Ryan Suji said at the break there, where he said Hawaii players might have taken offense at the digs about their digs. And the truth of the matter is they come out and really are digging a lot of balls tonight, and it's good to see that defense back. I love the service aces, too. 5 aces already here in 2 sets. That's a little bit above what they are normally used to. But clearly, those guys right there, the men in green, love what they saw.
That's the only color in their whole wardrobe. So we're about ready to begin the 3rd set. There has been an era of consistency throughout the first 2 sets. 25-15, 25-15, Hawaii dominating in both.
The one player I think for Nevada we've got to watch is number 5, Grace Angstro. Not off to a great start here in this match tonight. She is 0 for 7. Yet to get a kill. Yet she's averaging on the year about 2 kills per set. So if she can get going and make a difference in Nevada's offense.
Batista serving, Danielson scoring. So already it's 1-0 in the 3rd set. Huiato to serve for Hawaii. Ball hit over by Leah Air and blocked by Adolfo. 2-0 Hawaii.
Once again, it looks like Dave showed you sticking with the lineup that he had in set number 2. He's got Lizzie Blake at libero, and Hartong will be playing on the right, and Adolfo will be playing in the middle.
Huiato serving again. Hayden, Santiago, Leah Air.
Adolfo at 6'2" and Hartong at 6'2" are not used to having somebody go over them. Leah went right over them.
Santiago serving. Blake, Huiato. There's Adolfo. Gets it off Santiago.
How about Blake handling that very difficult serve by Santiago with her hands? That was impressive.
Danielson to serve. 3-1. Hawaii leading in the 3rd set. Hawaii leading 2-0. Ball hit over by G. Right there is Huiato. Blake. Hartong with a little push. That ball saved by Chang. Santiago. And right there hitting it over is Garvey. Garvey able to get it in between the Hawaii double block.
Garvey now with 5 kills, tying her with Batista.
Serving will be G. Alyssa G. Dug up by Danielson from her knees. Croson hits it long. And now they say no. That went off the block. She had a touch. And so that's a point for Hawaii. And Hawaii leads it 4-2. We'll take another look.
Smart play. This ball set a little tight to the net. So the best thing that Croson could do is aim for the high hands.
Blake to serve. Blake from Kahuku. Gets it in. Ball is dug up by G, then Chang. Angso gets it across. Good save by Blake. Right in front of the signage. Ball is hit over by Leah Air. Blake. Huiato. Croson, not a good pass. Advantage now for Nevada. Garvey hits it over, saved by Croson. There's Blake. Ball is hit by Hartong. In the air by Santiago. Chang goes to the sideline, and Garvey is blocked back by Croson. Saved by Garvey. Ball gets over by Angsto. Outside it goes to Hartung, and Hartung scores.
Well, Hartung's got the ability up front to play if she wants to play as a middle attacker, she can go and do a little step-out maneuver. If she wants to be a right-side player, she can go out and hit on the right normally or hit a crossing pattern because she's got Brittany Hewitt up there playing the middle.
Blake serving. Yeah. Able to go up and take the errant ball and score with it.
Tessa now with 5 kills.
Batista comes back into the front row for Nevada, along with Ankso and also Garvey. Serving is Chang. Uyato goes outside to Croson. Croson hits it. They say a net violation?
Yes, net violation. I think it was on Garvey. Aaron Garvey, the 6-foot senior.
So Hawaii will benefit from that. Hawaii leading 6-3. Hartung will serve. That's an ace. Ankso thought it was long. It was not. 7-3. Hawaii leading in the third.
I love the way Hawaii continues to serve aggressively. This can make a big difference in how far they go in this season.
Hartung serving again. There's Chang. Santiago with the back set. Garvey hits it out. That's another point for Hawaii. Hawaii already leading by 5 points here in the third set. Hartung to serve for the Rainbow Wahine. Gets it over. Dug up by G. Overpass. Hewitt hits it over, but there's Chang. Santiago. G. Hartung. Uyato. Look at that hit by Danielson. Flying out of the back row. Airborne over the 3-meter line. And then the big romp on that ball.
This middle attack out of the back row, they call it a pipe or they call it a bick, a back row quick. And Danielson is doing it as well as anyone.
Hartung to serve. Dug up by Chang. Santiago short set. That's blocked back by Hewitt off the hit by Batista. And that ball goes out. 10-3. Nevada descending into more trouble.
Ruth Lewanson told me she's bringing in 6 freshmen next year. So a total revamping of the Nevada squad.
Ball hit over by Garvey, saved by Hartung. Uyato goes to Croson. That's off the block. Santiago is there. Chang is there. Outside it goes to Garvey, saved by Hartung. Uyato to Croson. That's off the block. Santiago. Chang. Ankso. And Ankso's able to twirl it off the block, that time by Uyato and Hewitt.
Finally, Ankso ends the drought, gets her first kill. Long overdue, but if she can get going, along with the rest of the Nevada offense, they could give the Rainbow Wahine a little bit more competition.
Serving is Hayden. Gets it across, diving dig by Danielson. It goes to Croson. Croson is blocked, saved by Croson. Uyato, Danielson, 2 hands it across into the back row. G is there. Chang, Ankso, Blake feeds Uyato. Ball hit over by Hewitt. And Hewitt scores.
Brittany Hewitt just provides so many problems for the other team's defense. She comes up, she has 2 blockers going up against her. They know it's going to her, and she still manages to find a way to over or around almost every block, leads the whack and kill percentage.
Big toss, of course, by Croson. Could have been an out ball, saved by Chang. Santiago plays it off the net. Hartung, Uyato, cross court. Danielson!
Danielson going up eyeball to eyeball against her old teammate in Santiago.
Timeout has been called by Nevada. They're getting blitzed in the third. 12-4 Hawaii. Let's check out how it works, presented by Central Pacific Bank.
A lot of middle blockers do not turn around after they block. They just sort of watch the play, but not Brittany Hewitt. She turns around quickly, and she's ready to play. So there she is going to the outside. She turns around, watches the ball the entire time, and pokes it over for one of her 5 kills, and that's how it works.
12-4 Hawaii leads. Croson serves it again. That ball, Hayden is there. Hit over by Batista, but rolls along the tape, and Danielson is up to make sure.
I'll tell you, if you set the ball too close to the net to Brittany Hewitt, she will just penetrate over the net and make you feel like you're in a closet of sorts.
Rosen serving again. Dug up by Hayden, overpass, and there is Hewitt to score again.
Again, Hewitt got credit for the kill, but the real hero of that play, or the heroine, I should say, is Jane Croson, who ripped that serve and forced the overpass to give Hewitt the easy kill.
The paymaster, of course, is Hewitt. You make a mistake, Hewitt's going to make you pay.
Yeah, and the fans boo again as Croson gets pulled out after she has a great serving run.
Lele Pali in to serve. Santiago back set, hit over by Batista, saved by Lele Pali. In the back row, there's Hewitt. There was a rat-a-tat set that time by Uiato, and Hewitt was right there to pull the trigger. Hawaii on a 10-1 run.
Dave Shoji unafraid to use a lot of his bench. I believe it's 14 players he's used now.
Santiago with the dump shot.
Santiago not afraid to call her own number. That's her 6th kill of the night.
Uiato still in at center.
Sorry, 5th kill.
Dug up by Lele Pali. There's Danielson. Danielson from Uiato cross court. And Danielson has been clinical.
Danielson with 13 kills, only 3 errors. She's hitting 500 on the night.
Adolfo back in the front row for Hawaii, serving this Hewitt. That ball dug up by Chang, but it is shanked over the scoring bench. 17-5, Hawaii leading. Hewitt goes out. And coming in is Christina Cam. 5'7" sophomore out of Honolulu and Punahou. Cam to serve. Anxo, Santiago. The ball hit over by G. One-handed pancake dig by Danielson. Uiato gets it across. Step out. And that goes off Lele Pali. Could have been an out goal.
It's like a little pancake pop-up by Danielson, showing again why she is such a great defensive player. Arguably the best player in the country. I mean, I like what Ryan Suji said, is she may be up for player of the year.
That ball hit over by Adolfo, and Adolfo able to get it off the touch, and it is now 18-6. Serving is Uiato. Unable to make contact with that set by Santiago.
It's going to happen once in a while with a young team like this, but you know, Le'a is only a freshman, but she's going to get better.
Uiato to serve again. Dug up by Hayden. That ball is hit over by G, and G with a good angle gets it to the floor.
G said in the media guide she loves coming home, probably because she can hit the ball down in front of all her friends and family in an arena like this.
They go back to San Jose tomorrow to play the Spartans on Saturday. This is a short trip. Danielson blocked back. Saved by Lele Pali. That was hit over by Hartong. Saved by Anxo. Little touch by G. Coming up from the back is Uiato. Hartong. Good dig. Rolling dig that time. The ball comes over and Hawaii able to finish it.
Santiago made a terrific dig for Nevada right there. Pops it up. And Tessa Le'a just cannot handle it at the net.
Griffiths has come in and she will serve 20-7 in the third. Dug up by G. Santiago Le'a. Good pass, good set, good kill shot that time by Nevada.
And with her 6th kill to tie with Bautista. As we expected might happen on a good pass, Nevada is going to go to their middles. Their 2 most productive players this year, Bautista and Leia.
There is an ace. That one off Griffiths. G will be credited, and she will serve it again. 9 serving 20. That hits Leia Air. So it's 21-9. Christiana Tuaninga will come into the game for the first time, coming back from an injury.
I think Dave showed you he's played his maximum of 15 players now, with Tuaninga going in.
That's an ace for Blake, 22-9. Big time injury for Tuaninga. Took a long time to get her back into playing shape, but she's in the lineup tonight.
Fab 50 player when she was in high school.
Ball hit over by Leia Air. So finally, Nevada gets to double digits. They trail 22-10. Chang will serve for the Wolfpack. Bautista comes back into the front row along with Garvey and along with Angso. Serving is Chang. She serves it long. It's 23-10. More changes. Coming into the game is Stauber, number 7. And also Kayla Goodman, number 2. Harton comes out. Uyato comes out. Stauber to serve.
They had to remove a spider on the court. Already growing from the new scoreboard, I guess. Nesting up there.
.23 serving 10. Stauber gets it over. G. Santiago. Ball put over by Bautista. Stauber. Griffiths. Goodman. And Goodman with a kill. And it is match point. 24-10 in the third. Serving is Stauber. Ball hit over by Garvey. Good step up by Garvey that time. 24-11. Hayden will come back in for Nevada, and she will serve. Crowd standing, waiting for the end. Hawaii moments away from their 13th victory of the year. Serving is Hayden, dug up by Griffiths. Stauber sets up Croson. Croson hits it long. .24-12. Serving is Hayden for Nevada. Dug up by Griffin, shanks it. That's saved by Croson. Blake gets it across. Advantage Nevada. Dump shot works for Santiago. And it's 24-13. And you begin to see that you make a lot of substitutions. These are young ladies who have not played with each other. And so there's some semblance of unfamiliarity here. Serving again, another race. That went down in front of Griffiths and Blake. Both of them going for that ball.
So a few of the wheels falling off here for Hawaii, but also you can't give credit to Nevada. That was a great serve. I think the bottom just dropped out.
Hayden serving again. It's out. Match is over. Nevada ends it really with a whimper. So it's 25-14 in the third. In the match, 25-15, 25-15, 25-14. Hawaii now 13-1, and Nevada 2-11 on the season. Waiting on Coach Dave Shoji. Dave Shoji made many substitutions tonight. He said that playing Nevada, a program that is just starting up again, with a coaching change. He said that would give him the opportunity to mix and match tonight. And that, I think, is exactly what he did. Let's see what he has to say.
Jimmy, thank you very much. Coach, you did say going into this game you're going to take it as an opportunity to show us some new wrinkles. Obviously, we got just that.
Well, we worked a couple days on Hartong playing on the right, and she hit for a good percentage tonight. Kalea Adolfo just needs some experience, and so we got her in 2 games tonight. So it might be something we look at a little more seriously.
And Lizzie Blake also coming in there playing libero. What do you look at when you see her as far as her future opportunities?
Well, Lizzie's just a volleyball player. She's got good court sense. She hasn't passed a lot in her career. She's been a setter in high school, but I think she can learn the position. She's got natural instincts. So I really, the coaching staff likes just the way she moves around out there. And so we're going to look at her a little more seriously, too.
Sometimes in a match like this, you can learn maybe more about a team or an individual. What did you learn, and are you happy with the effort given forth tonight by the Wahine?
Well, I thought our starters did a nice job. I mean, I'm looking for someone off the bench that's going to perform, and I didn't think we saw that tonight. So, you know, the kids that come off the bench, even though it's in a match like this where it's not in doubt, they've got to perform, and some of them didn't tonight. So that's a little disappointing. And you know, I've got to look at, you know, kind of what they do in a game and just try to see if they want to put them in a real kind of game where it's close.
Finally, in 37 years, you haven't been booed very much. You were booed tonight. Back-to-back aces by Jane Croson, and you yanked her.
Is that a boo? Was that booing?
I think it was.
Well, you know, I got
in good fun.
No, I mean, Jane had a couple aces, and she could come out. We don't need her in there at that point. But and the other kids have worked hard. Courtney Lilipale is a kid that comes to practice every day, a lot of energy. So I really wanted to get her in there. So if I get booed, fine. But I got to get those kids in.
They weren't booing. They were yelling, "Dave, way to go, Coach Shoji! Thank you very much. Congratulations to you." Jim, Chris, back to you guys.
Thanks, Howard. That'll be the story tonight, of course. The many players that were able to get into the match and display their wares before the head coach. Hawaii wins, and it wins easily in 3, 25-15, 25-15, and then 25-14. That'll do it from where we are. We'll be back with more in a moment. Welcome back to the Stan Sheriff Center. Hawaii winning in 3 straight tonight over Nevada. Wolfpack team was certainly overmatched in this match tonight against Hawaii. Let's take a look at the Bank of Hawaii players of the match. First of all, for Nevada, Tatiana Santiago, the local product, 16 assists, 6 kills, and 7 digs. And then for Hawaii, Emily Hartung had 9 kills, and she hit 692. She also had 2 blocks thrown in. 692 is, I mean, that's almost unheard of.
Astronomical.
Yes, it is. We'll take this break and be back. Hawaii winning easily tonight in the first game of the Western Athletic Conference home season, as they really devour the Wolfpack of Nevada Reno. But when you look at this particular match, I think, Chris, you're looking at statistics, a lot of statistics. How did the players who did not start for the University of Hawaii but were filtered into this game as this went along, how did they perform? And how did the team perform overall? And you could see, I think that Hawaii has a very solid team, and they are very deep.
Yeah, they really are. And I think Dave Shoji is going to have some more fun on Saturday night as well, giving these players another chance to play a lot, because Fresno State is a good team. They're better than Nevada on paper. In fact, they beat Nevada in 5 last weekend. But it's going to be, I think, an interesting time for these players and for Dave Shoji to see who is going to step up, who's going to really go out and have a phenomenal match like Hartung did tonight. Who is going to take that opportunity that they're given, because those opportunities don't come along very often. But Dave Shoji's in a real liberal mode right now as far as his substituting is concerned.
Is it true that Fresno State, for all the years that they played, has never beaten the Rainbow Wahine?
I believe that's correct.
They are 0 and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and a lot.
0 and a lot. That's true. But Hawaii winning easily tonight, and they're well on their way in the Western Athletic Conference. They are now 3-0 in the conference, 2 road victories. In the first victory here Saturday, they will play Fresno State. That probably wraps up the match, looking at the match. But there's still more to come on the post-match report.